Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button before you go. It's very much appreciated. Love you a long time. Misses. As you can see, we're on Minecraft, we're on the PlayStation 5, we're on a Bedrock edition, and we're playing on the creative mode. There's gotta be an easier way of saying all that. This is the final video for the Let's Build Mega Build mini series within a series, so it's a guided tour of the Biosphere, which reminds me really quickly while we go along the entrance tunnel, has anybody ever seen, or do you even remember, or have you even heard of the old 90s, maybe 2000s Biodome, the film? Bloody funny, very cool. Anyway, as we come into the the entranceway, this is what I'm calling the living aquarium bit, you know, trying to be very smart. Just admire the architecture, the glasswork, the different colours to represent the sky and the earth. You know, we're going all out here, people. Okay, so you know, enjoy. Anyway, don't forget to buy your tickets and your gifts before you leave, tickets before you enter. Don't worry, there's nobody here at the moment because this is one of those behind the scenes kind of videos. So yes, because obviously because it's shut, we will make sure it is shut before we leave, because, you know, the one thing that annoys me, and this is like off game, in game kind of thing, I wish I could put things on the shelves, but at the moment you can't do that. That would be very cool. Anyway, on with the tour. So yes, welcome to the Biosphere. It's all very posh, isn't it? Big words. Look at me using big words. First port of call is what I call the Wow Factor Cave. As you can see, it is such a glorious bit of, I can't even say engineering, but it's just a natural feature, and it is what inspired me to do this entire build, just coming through here, and then you had that opening ahead of us as well. It was fantastic. We now have some resident bats, which is awesome. We like bats. Bats are good. No mobs today, which is interesting. They must have known that we were doing a tour and obviously didn't want to be on camera, so that's also quite nice and refreshing. So anyway, yeah, it is very, very cool. It's, considering it's one of those randomly generated type of things, it always amazes me sometimes at just how stunning some of the landscape can be in this game, and again, it's what's inspired me to make a feature of this. So anyway, through this little mini what are they called, anti-rooms? Are they an anti-room? Yeah, it'll do. And if you know me by now on my Minecraft, gotta have an axolotl somewhere. So yay, here they are, and they're very happy. So don't be afraid, if you do visit, don't be afraid to feed them, because, you know, just grab some random fish, throw it out there. They don't need breeding, just feeding. Come on, babies. Hello. They're just so cute. There you go. So cute. And yes, there's always free food available. And onwards and upwards, literally, into the main, I was going to say arena, but the main event, the piece de resistance, so to say. And because it's, like I said, in the vein of things like the Eden Project and stuff like that, the idea was to have multiple biome areas under one roof. So we've got desert, we've got mangroves. As soon as you walk in, there's a very convenient sky walkway viewing platform available, which we shall now very conveniently, nicely linked, Yes, we have wildlife as well, some more wild than others. So yeah, we got random different biomes just to make things interesting. A nice little feature, the fact that the whole thing is literally hanging by chains, so that's fun. And onwards, let's admire the architecture, obviously, because it'd be rude not to. Still see what's going on down below. We've got parrots, we've got pandas, we've got ocelots, we've got all sorts. Can you imagine how much sand was needed to make all of this glass? It got to a point I actually had to have it imported from elsewhere, specifically from a planet that is predominantly made of sand. You may or may not have heard of it. It was called Arrakis. It's now just called Arrakis. Yes, it's now just a stone, because we kind of used all the sand. The worms weren't very happy either. But hey, it was worth it. Look at it. I mean, please, come on. So we got some dark oak, we've got pale garden, we've got the vines, we've got spruce, a little bit of some, bit of self-acknowledgement here, because, obviously I did this. And the pale garden, which is the only thing, weirdly, the only thing that didn't grow by adding bone meal. Everything else, you throw some bone meal on the trees, poof, they grew, which is why I was able to get everything up and running so quickly. But for some reason, the pale garden just didn't want to know, which is annoying, so I'm hoping it will grow naturally. Anyway, back down to the start, and have another look from this end and down. So we'll just have a quick tour on the ground, because it's open, it's free to wander around. There may or may not be mobs when you come and visit. There's always that risk you've got to take. But yeah, so we've got desert, we've got mangroves. There may or may not be some frogs ribbiting around somewhere. In other words, I kind of forgot to put them in. Loads of bees. Bees are good. Or there's somebody that does a video, time to save the bees. Strange. But yeah, so this is meant to be the pale garden, and only one tree decided to grow, and I don't quite know what I've done wrong, and just chucked them all down and hope that things will happen. You can't beat the giant dark oaks. They're just absolutely awesome. They're so much fun. And very impressive. Like I said, we've got some pretty kittens, we've got some piggy wigs, more random natural trees, and then we go over into the sprucey area. It's here somewhere. Oh yes, and we got some woofs running around as well. Isn't a lot I can say, hence the quietness, but end of the day, oh look, it's a tree. We've got pandas, we've got cherry biomes, the acacias. Who doesn't love a good acacia tree? Very, very cool. And then we start heading back towards the start. It's weird because from afar it looks huge, but then when you start walking around, it's actually quite compact and bijou. But yes, once again we look up and admire the architecture. One last view from above. Yep, trees are still there. Yep, sand is still. Wait a second. Is it? It's raining indoors. Why is it raining indoors? Ah, darn it. Okay, be right back. Dee-be-dee, whistle while you work. Nothing to see here, people. I didn't accidentally forget to finish putting the glass in the roof. It's all in your imagination. This isn't really happening. Just talk among yourselves. It's okay. No one will notice. No one saw the obvious mistake. Phew! That was close, wasn't it? That was a pain. See what I did there? Glass. Pain. Yeah, no. Okay, where were we? Yes, we were finishing the tour. Thank you very much for having a look around, but what we will have a quick fly-by from outside. As we scoot along through the tunnel and everything else, it does remind me a little bit of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where Willy Wonka takes you in the boat ride and then everything speeds up and goes really trippy. But luckily there are no Oompa Loompas, because they're creepy, weird little people. Come on, admit it. Colour me impressed. It ain't bad, is it? It ain't half bad. And that, as they say, is that. I do hope you've enjoyed this very brief guided tour around my biosphere, my biodome. Well, it's not a dome, so it's not even a sphere, is it? It's a cube. But yeah, it is what it is. It was fun building. It was a struggle at times. I hope you appreciate it, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget the comments, don't forget the likes, don't forget the subscribes. And until the next video, love you all.